Hi everyone, welcome to another video of mine. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So today we will be going for a walk in Karkarook Park, which is in the Melbourne suburb of Hedden, approximately 20 kilometers southeast of Melbourne's central business district. So I shot this video on a cloudy day. There weren't actually too many people in the park when I shot the video, but it was actually quite a nice day. It unfortunately started raining soon after I finished shooting the video, so I did get a bit wet, but I managed to find some shelter. So Karkarook Park is surrounded by houses, warehouses, factories and major roads. But once you step inside the park, the city seems to soften around the edges. The park today covers approximately 100 hectares with walking trails, wetlands, open grasslands, picnic areas and cycling paths. There is also a running group that is here every Saturday morning at approximately 7 a.m. That is a bit too early for me to go running, but I do go for early morning walks on the weekends whenever I'm able to. So I leave home about 6:30 a.m. or 7 a.m. and go for about 2 hours walking, and then I go straight to the gym afterwards. So that gets me about 12,000 steps plus I go to the gym. So about 3 hours of exercising roughly. I don't do it every weekend, but I still go to the gym, but I don't go for 2-hour walks at a stretch every weekend. So let's begin. So long before European settlement, the land was part of a vast wetland system. It was seasonally flooded, rich in bird life, and a natural sponge for water flowing through the region. This was Bunurong country. For tens of thousands of years, the Bunurong people lived with this land, not on it, but with it. So they understood the rhythms of the wetlands, where food could be gathered, and when water would rise or retreat. So the wetlands were seen as life-giving systems. So to the European settlers, the swarms were seen as unhealthy, unproductive and in the way. They were eventually drained out, channels were cut, water redirected, and the land was red out. So what you're looking at now is a walkway that goes to a viewpoint of the park. So as you can see, there's a lake, etc. around the park. So you can come there and it's going to go back down. You can also see there's a picnic area, some undercover areas as well. So for many decades, the land was used, discarded and forgotten. Few people came here for leisure and few imagined it could be anything else. In the late 20th century, and I actually do remember when this park was actually being built and made when it was becoming a park. So it took about, I think, a year to 2 years to actually be made into a park. And I actually do remember coming here when it was finished. So that was about 25 years ago or 26 years ago now. So that's actually quite interesting to see. So in the late 20th century, something unusual happened. Instead of more development, someone asked a different question. What if the land could be restored? And what if former industrial sites could become green space? This wasn't a small idea, and the landscape can heal. And so the vision of Karkarook Park was born. Restarting Karkarook Park wasn't about recreating the past perfectly. It was about rebuilding function. Wetlands were created, native grasses were replanted, and trees were carefully selected. Water was allowed to settle down again to pool and to support life. Over time, something incredible happened. Many birds returned, not just common species, but wet water birds and many other birds as well. There were also frogs, insects, and a micro ecosystem was quietly forming. There are also 100 species of birds that have been recorded here so far, and none of them were actually put there, and they came here on their own. There are a few birds that I have shot in this video, as I'm taking the videos of. I honestly have no idea what they are. If anyone actually knows, please let me know, and they will be coming up later in this video. So I'm not very good at identifying birds, but I did see some bird watchers taking photographs of some birds. I didn't want to disturb them as they were quite busy taking some photos, and they looked engrossed in their work. I do not come to the Karkarook Park that often, but I have like driven past it when I go to the American grocery store, which is nearby the park. So, and I actually do see the lake and the park. The park is actually quite nice. Actually come and walk in. So if you're ever in this part of Melbourne, please come and visit. So the American grocery store I'm telling you about is called USA Foods, and I actually do go there, and not very often, but actually I go and buy some American candy or savories, etc. And it's actually quite good, so I can actually come by this park as well. So if you walk through Karkarook Park today, you'll notice something interesting. The park doesn't feel overly designed. Paths curve gently, open fields blend into wetlands, and nothing screams for attention. You might see a cyclist slowing down near a pond, someone sitting alone watching birds, or many dog walkers walking along. The park invites stillness, and which is rare for the city. So it's in the middle of suburbia, so it's not like in the middle of the city. So it is actually a lot more quieter than the other major parks that you may see around. And as it is sort of in the middle of an industrial area as well, so it's not too busy. You can actually come here and relax and walk as well. So Karkarook Park doesn't ask you to do much, it asks you to notice and relax. So Karkarook Park is a wonderful place to actually walk, and I would invite anyone to come. So they are actually planting more vegetation down in the park. I would highly recommend come and seeing it. I may come here more often. It depends on like what time I have, etc. I decided to do the video just after I finished, I was on the way home from meeting a friend of mine. So this is another shoot, this video here. You can just see the lake there. Actually quite a nice lake, quite big as well. And this is one of the many cycling paths slash walking paths of the park. It's surrounded by native vegetation as well. So unfortunately on the day it actually did start raining after I shot the video. So I actually did manage to find some shelter, and I actually did had to wait a few minutes for the rain to go away, but it was actually quite a nice thing, and we actually do need the rain, so let's hope it rains a bit more. Actually this park is actually really nice. I wish I could come here more often actually. And speaking of plane spotting, I actually did see a plane while I was actually walking. I actually forgot where it was going to, but I believe that it was going to New Zealand from Melbourne Airport towards New Zealand, and the flights to New Zealand take about 3 to 4 hours. So I will be going plane spotting as well, so if you are able to, please subscribe to my aviation channel where I mainly do plane spotting as well. I hope everyone is liking the video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, after the video is finished, please leave a like and a comment as well. I would greatly appreciate that as well. Help the algorithm send it to more different people. So this park, I do remember like 26 years ago, it was actually finished, and it was actually quite nice. They actually see a park right in the middle of a large industrial area as well. So quite a big park as well. Up ahead you'll see a major arterial road. It's called the South Road Extension that goes from here towards the Melbourne suburb of Dandenong. That is like a major arterial in Melbourne and the southeast suburbs. I see quite a few benches where people can actually come and relax and just enjoy the park, etc. So this was shot in the afternoon, the video. I can see the lake down there as well. So I'm not sure how big the lake is, but it's actually quite large. So when you actually go down that road, you just saw actually the lake comes into view. And it is one of the first things that you notice, other than the trees and the park, and of the park. So that is the lake again. I'm just gonna make my way down here. This is one of my favorite parks to come. Although I don't come here that often, but I would like to come and visit. It's actually not as busy as many of the other parks in Melbourne, which is actually quite surprising considering they have quite a large lake here, which is actually really good. I think one day I'll just come and just sit and relax near the lake and just enjoy when it's like a bit warmer, and especially now as well, because just to come and see, especially in summer. I think there was a bird somewhere here, if you can see there, if you saw there. So not exactly sure what that was. So let's just continue the video with my walking. So hopefully you don't mind the gravel noise that my shoes are making. So this is all quite large grassland, etc. So I'm not exactly sure, as I was saying earlier, I'm not exactly sure what type of birds come in here. But I would recommend, if you're a bird watcher, come here just to the park and take some nice videos of photos, etc. of the birds and the wildlife. And there are quite a few lakes as well and ponds, etc. in the park. Let's continue on with the walk. You can see nice trees and the grasslands of the area. So the temperature for that day was about, I think, 23 degrees Celsius, so not that hot and not that cool as well, but it did get cooler when it rained. You can see those clouds quite over there. So this was on a weekend afternoon, actually, when I shot the video. And the industrial area is actually quite up ahead. The main part of it is up ahead on the Warrigal Road. Right, now I have to say, if you're coming by car, it is easy to get parking nearby. Depends on which part of the park you actually want to come to. But there's more car parks on the south end of the park than there is at the north, where I am at the moment. And also, if you come by public transport, the 824 bus from Moorabbin to Parkmore Shopping Centre also comes here, and also a 903 bus also comes here as well. There's a couple more birds down there as well. I'm not sure what they are. Also, as I was saying, the 903 bus also comes down here. And the nearest train stations here in between two. One is Mentone Station and the other one is Moorabbin Station. So the 903 bus connects to Mentone and the 824 connects to Moorabbin. So, but it is a lot easier driving here than taking public transport. So whichever you prefer. But if you're taking public transport, please be prepared to wait or take a bit longer to actually get to the park. Sorry about my fingers just going past the camera. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if any bird watchers out there, but if you are, please let me know and let me know what birds they were. Then I can actually put them on the comments of the video, the description of the video. Coming up here is another major arterial road called Warrigal Road, and this is like the main entrance to the park for if you're walking. But the car park is on the main car park is on the other end. Unfortunately, you can't park outside like on this road here. You can't park it. So this is just a general map of the park, and that's it. So this is called Warrigal Road. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And the day also when it was actually a bit windy as well. So I think if the weather was a bit warmer and a bit earlier in the day, I think that the park would have been a lot more crowded as well. And if you're coming on a Saturday morning as part of the running club, I think it would be crowded. But I'm not exactly sure how many people actually come here early on a Saturday morning. You'll have to see. But there could be a few, or there could be many. As it is January, I'm not sure how many people could be there now. People are on leave, etc. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll just leave you to enjoy the rest of the park. Please have a wonderful day. Please also, just another reminder to like and comment as well, and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thanks everyone again for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks once again. Have a nice day.